Hello and welcome to our presentation on how to pass the IRS Special Enrollment Examination brought to you by Surgent Enrolled Agent Exam Review and the Continuing Education Department at Bucks County Community College. All right, so let's start with what is an enrolled agent. And this is a credential that a lot of people may not be familiar with, but in the tax preparation industry, it's actually a very important credential. An enrolled agent is a federally authorized tax practitioner shown to have the expertise in taxation, and they're empowered by the U.S. Department of Treasury, or the IRS, to represent taxpayers before all administrative levels of the IRS for audits, collections, and appeals. So by saying you're enrolled, it means you're licensed by the federal government. And as an agent, you can represent taxpayers at the different levels within the IRS in terms of audits, collections, and appeals. And that level of representation that we're talking about, only enrolled agents, attorneys, and CPAs are provided with that privilege. So why should you become an enrolled agent? Well, if you are in tax preparation and you are not an enrolled agent, you are limiting your ability to work, because you as a non-enrolled tax practitioner, as we call it, you can do tax returns and you can advise your client and you can assist your client if they're audited by the IRS, but only in a limited capacity and only for the work that you've done for them. As a tax preparer, you cannot represent someone else if you did not do their taxes unless you are an enrolled agent or an attorney or a CPA. So you see, we have some information here, a quote by the LA Times on the growth of the tax preparer industry that is even more keen for the enrolled agents within the tax preparer industry. And then you'll see the ZipRecruiter data points on salaries, with a low of $45,000 a year in North Carolina to a high of $63,000 per year in New York. That's on average. But you'll also come across enrolled agents that easily make six figures with their representation work. And the enrolled agent is the highest credential you can have in the tax preparation industry. So let's talk more about representation. What does that mean? It means as a representative, you can act on the taxpayer's behalf. So you can negotiate offers and compromise, payments, things like that with the IRS. You got to protect the taxpayer's rights. You can communicate with the IRS on behalf of the taxpayer. You can prepare and file necessary documents like extensions, obviously, but offers and compromise and things of that extent. But you also can advise the taxpayer on their return position. And then you can represent the taxpayer at hearings with the IRS at the examination, collection, and appeals level. So here's the most important part, is that you do not have to have a college degree to become an enrolled agent. If you are 18 or older, you're in compliance with your taxes, and you have passed the enrolled agent exam, you become an enrolled agent. A lot of tax preparers are not aware of that first bullet point right there. You do not have to have the college degree. Very important point. But then the cost to take the exam is relatively inexpensive. It's $182 per exam part. There are 3 exam parts. But one of the great benefits is that as an enrolled agent, you can represent any U.S. taxpayer anywhere in the world. So expatriates that are living overseas, you can represent them. You could be overseas and represent a taxpayer in the United States. Whereas like a CPA, you are licensed in a specific state, or an attorney, you're licensed in a specific state. An EA is federally authorized, so you can represent any U.S. taxpayer from wherever you are in the world. And remember, the EA has the same practice privileges before the IRS as a CPA or the attorney. So let's talk about the exam. There are 3 parts. The first part is individual taxation. Starting in 2021, there are 6 major categories: preliminary work taxpayer data, income and assets, deductions and credits, taxation, advising the individual taxpayer, and specialized returns for individuals. Then we get to part 2. This is the businesses. So this is all the different business entities like S corporations, C corporations, partnerships, LLCs, LLPs, and also estates and trusts. It also tests on business financial info and specialized returns, specialized taxpayers. The last exam section is part 3, representation practices and procedures. This deals with IRS Circular 230, which is the governing document on the ethical conduct of tax preparers. So it covers practice and procedures, representation for the IRS, specific types of representation, and completion of the filing process. So Bucks County Community College, their continuing education group, is proud to offer an enrolled agent exam prep course. This course will begin June 2nd. It will start with individual taxation, and the program will go 22 weeks, meeting every Wednesday, 6 to 9 p.m. Eastern Time. This is a live online class, so you don't have to be in Bucks County or Newtown, Pennsylvania to be in the class. You can literally be anywhere in the world, and as long as you have internet access, you can join this class. For students who do enroll in the program and enroll in all 3 exam parts, Bucks County is offering a very generous $350 discount. And with the exam prep course enrollment through Bucks County, that includes the use of the Surgent Enrolled Agent Exam Review and textbooks. So here's the website you can go to get more information on that. And then down below, if you have questions, you can contact Elena Leiden. That is her email address, and that is her phone number. I encourage you to reach out to Bucks County to find out more about the program. So here's contact information again. If you do have questions, please reach out and contact me. You will find that they are happy to answer your questions, but more importantly, they will be able to show you why becoming an enrolled agent is such an important component within your tax preparer career.